a plethora of amazing swim bait off. Scratch. Why are you laughing at me? A plethora of amazing swim bait options from Imakatsu. New colors in hard baits, wire baits, and soft plastics from OSP, and a bluegill glide bait almost 4 years into the making comes to market. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Deps, Lucky Craft, Jackal, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, aka the Tackle Otaku, being joined by my buddy Jeffrey the King. We are the Hookup Tackle USA. What's up, Jeffrey the King?
Good to see you, dude.
How are you?
It's going to be a good week.
Is it?
Yeah, a lot of swim baits.
Hell yeah, there's a lot of swim bait. This is a very swim bait heavy episode.
Thank God.
Is that why you're smiling?
Yes.
Or was it the hug this morning?
Both.
Yeah, I figured.
Both.
I felt it. I felt it too. Welcome, my friends. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle, where we highlight new product drops as well as important restocks so you guys can stay on top of the game. Of course, it is Sunday morning. You know what that means, Jeff?
What does that mean for us viewers? Oh.
Sweet, sweet sound of the weekend.
You know, I think you've done too much for this company at this point without any recognition.
Cheers, my friends. You know what? They put the recognition in the can for me.
Dude, there's got to be a different brand that we can go towards that will actually appreciate your hard work.
But this is delicious. I don't want a different brand. I want this brand. Orion, you know what?
Yeah?
We're turning up the heat this week, Jeff.
Oh, no.
We're going to make things happen with
Okay.
the official sponsorship of everything, Orion.
Oh, okay.
You'll see.
All right.
Exciting things to come. All right, should we dive in?
Let's see what you got.
Let's do it. So let's start right here. So 3.5 years in the making. They wanted to make a
It's upside down, sir.
bluegill glide.
Thank you.
They wanted to make a bluegill glide that was super versatile, amazing, and so they put tons of R&D into this thing. So I bring to you the Baitsanity Explorer Gill. Now, real quick, you know, there are a lot of brands in the universe, right? And we carry, you know, all the brands that I love here in the store. These guys, this is one of the nicest brands. If you ever get a chance to talk to the owners of Baitsanity, amazing people, super nice people, and they make a great bait. So super excited for this. So first off, the packaging is on point. The bait comes with 3 different tails. It comes with a tungsten putty, so this is a floating version, but if you want it to be a slow sink or get down in the column, it comes with everything you need right in this package. It also has the ability to change to a paddle tail. So, you know, like their Explorer glides, if you want to add a paddle tail just to get a different action to it, you can. Let me open one of these up and I will show it to you guys. Here we go. Let's get you guys a closer look. So let me spec this guy out for you really quick. It is 2.4 ounces, 6.1 inches, so 155 millimeters. And again, there's a floating version, which is this guy. There will be a sinking version as well, but what's nice about the floating version is, again, inside, when you take out the foam, there are some strips that you can sink it down. There's extra tails, everything you need. So just a super dope bluegill glide. It has an amazing action under the water. They've put a lot of thought into this. They've put a lot of thought to keep it from rolling. They've even padded the joint there so you're not getting unnecessary sound. They're trying to keep it very natural. So really excited to get this in your guys' hands. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on it. They caught a lot of big fish on this thing during prototype stages. So super stoked. So there's 4 colors in this guy. So you are looking at alpha right now. There is also basically a bone white. They call this raw. There is a jungle perch. And then there is a bluegill. So 4 colors, they're 60 bucks, which is a great price for, you know, a high quality bluegill glide. So if you guys have been looking for something, you know, I know a lot of you guys are in the middle of, you know, snow and ice and maybe even putting it up for the season, but you know, spring, thank God, is right around the corner. It's freezing here, Jeff.
I like this.
It was only in the 70s yesterday. Terrible. Ridiculous. I'm moving to Florida. So super excited. These are probably going to fly out of here. Everything is being done in small batches in the beginning, so we'll try to keep as steady of a flow as we can of these. But the Baitsanity Explorer Gill, available now. Jeff, close your eyes.
All right, eyes are closed.
Reach your hand out.
Reached out.
Yeah, no, let's put it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Give me what I need. What is this?
What did I just put in your hand?
It's very turdish feeling.
Your skin is very soft.
Thank you.
Open your eyes. It's exactly what it is.
Oh my God. Did we turn?
Our favorite Scat is back, Jeff.
Wow. This thing is money, dude.
The Deps cover Scats return. Now, hopefully you guys have been following us on Instagram. We did the official drop earlier this week. We flew out a lot of colors, not gonna lie. But there's still a bunch in stock in the 3.5, 4-inch, and 2.5-inch size. I know most of you guys are familiar with the cover Scat. Just a crazy, basically turd-looking bait that does amazing things under the water. It's designed to stay upright. You fish it weedless, basically like a super heavy Senko. It's gonna fall down, but you fish it more like a jig. You can rip it, you can hop it, you can really get it down there into structure and give them a totally different look. So, you know, the most popular soft plastic bait in Japan over the last couple years, you know, all the typical knockoff artists are already, you know, doing their thing and knocking it off, but this is the original one and it'll stay the best one. So if you guys are looking for those or you missed the drop this week, scoop them up now. All kinds of colors. Scuppernong, Kasumi green, throwing stuff at you, Jeff. Sakura baby, green pumpkin candy, robworm, okay, all in stock as of this moment. So if you guys have been waiting on those, scoop them up, cover Scats back. All right, guys, let's dive into some Imakatsu. Big week from Imakatsu. We see some restocks, some new drops, some really exciting stuff. So here is a bait that a lot of you guys have been waiting on.
The Berkeley Gilly, dude. I see Mike Iaconelli.
Relax, guy.
Oh.
Relax. We don't carry that shit here. Nothing but the originals.
Oh.
All right? So the Imakatsu Java Gill is back. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for these. So the Java Gill 110, this is an amazing bait. So amazing that other people just come up with these ideas all by themselves to create their own baits, Jeff.
for the American people.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So here you go, guys, the Java Gill. So this is an amazing bait. It is a segmented bluegill bait, has amazing action under the water. We've shown this thing here on YouTube a lot of different times. It has a spring in the head there, so you know the hook's not going to tear out of the front. It has a little foam internal here in the top that you can either keep in or you can take it out depending on if you want this to be really buoyant and stay up high, or if you want to let it fill with water, if you even want to put weights in there and seal it up and have it sink down deep. So lots of different flexibility that you can do with the Java Gills. These always sell out extremely quick. So, you know, again, I know we're kind of on a bluegill theme here, which is kind of weird in December, but if this is something that speaks to you, definitely scoop these up. So all the key colors, you know, the bluegill patterns are back. Shad patterns are back, you know, straight green pumpkin type patterns are back. So definitely scoop these up. The Java Gill 110, back from Imakatsu. Okay, while we are on swim baits, one of the coolest swim baits on the market, this is the Imakatsu Stealth Swimmer, returns in some 3D color patterns. Super excited about these. There are 5 3D color patterns. I'm not sure what I've grabbed already, but there is an IU, kind of hard to see the way they have them packaged, yeah. There is a trout. There's a bluegill. There's another trout. Yamame Imago type pattern. And then I think this one's super sick, like a little striper pattern. I'm gonna play with this one. They call this Bora, but it looks basically like a shad or a little baby striper. Here, let's take it out. So they come 2 to a pack, okay? 2 different sink rates in there. That thing is tight. So it could be a gizzard shad, it could be a big threadfin, it could be a baby striper, white bass. But anyways, they come pre-rigged, right? So they're weighted in the head. If you want to attach additional weight or even a little treble on the bottom, you can. They come with the hook inside, and it is on a swivel, and then it is a magnet on the bottom. So when they bite, this is going to pivot up, so you've got lots of great hook penetration, but it also locks in place while you're retrieving it, and it is hollow, so it's just got a great swim to it, amazing under the water. Just super dope baits. They don't come around very often. Imakatsu doesn't make a lot of baits, so when they come in, you definitely got to scoop them up. So again, those 5 colors, and again, they come 2 to a pack, so the stealth swimmers from Imakatsu in stock now. All right, now let's go in opposite direction for a minute, and let's go, Jeff, yet again, another eye motion bait. You excited for this one?
This one's better though.
This one is actually super dope. So the iRoller 70 comes in from Imakatsu. So this is a 70 millimeter, 5.3 gram. So you're going to be basically about 3/16 of an ounce. So slightly heavier than some of the other eye baits, but this one is a little bit different. So, leave it to Imakatsu to tweak it just enough to make a difference here. So you're going to notice you've got kind of this built-in lip, if you will, to the front of the bait, and then you'll notice that it has a blade. So this is definitely becoming a popular thing. You're seeing this kind of blade in the middle of the bait in all kinds of baits now coming out. It gives the bait just a totally different action. It gives it that kind of roll and rock under the water. So literally just cast and wind it in, and that blade is going to allow it to do its thing. So super natural, very lifelike colors. Excited to get this in. I know a lot of you guys have been punishing them on these smaller baits when the fish get picky. So the iRoller 70, available now from Imakatsu. All right, Jeff, back to some bluegills, because why not, right? The Imakatsu Gill Pop returns. So we had this maybe, I don't know, everything seems like it's been so long ago.
It's been a while.
4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months, maybe.
Maybe long.
And they flew out. This is literally one of the coolest kind of big bluegill walking topwater baits. 120 millimeters, 1.6 ounces. Let me see, I'll take one out here and we will throw it in the tank and let you guys see it. This is an awesome kind of popping slash walking bluegill bait. Does come with a spare tail in there as well. All right, so here you go. You've got just this small little joint in the back. It's a very loud kind of knock in there. But again, you've got that cupped lip for popping, for walking, and this thing just turns on a dime. Just an amazing kind of larger bluegill walking topwater bait. So if you guys missed out the last time, now is the time to scoop these up. So the Gill Pop are back, and we see a brand new drop from Imakatsu in a new smaller version of the Bassroid. Here is the release of the baby Bassroid. So this is a new smaller version, 112 millimeters, 22 grams. So it's just over 3/4 of an ounce, and you get all that great Bassroid action. So let's take one out. All right, so here you go. You've got a 3-segment kind of lipped bait, just nice and easy. What's dope about this is you can throw this on any gear because it's only
3/4 of an ounce.
Because it's only 3/4 of an ounce. Thank you very much, Jeff. You can use it literally on just your heavy cranking rod, your heavy jig rod. It does have 2 different line ties. So you can get a couple of different actions out of it. Just a really cool finesse little swim bait. And again, it's going to be in all those 3D colors. So whether it's a trout or a simple bluegill or a bass, right? They are available now, and you don't have to break the bank to get these guys. So if you're looking for just a nice small little option, baby Bassroid are available now. All right, Jeff, a new gong type little crankbait from Imakatsu. We see the introduction of the Waddle bats. Now this is a 5.6 centimeter, 10.5 grams, so you're about 3/8 of an ounce. Super dope little wake bait. Available in a bunch of colors. There's blacks, there's frogs, there's bluegills, right? So, you know, several color options there. So the Waddle Bats basically has this super unique kind of bladed hook tail, if you will, that just gives it a very unique action in the water. You can fish it slow and it will literally just wake. You can wind it down, it will crank down, you know, maybe 8 or 10 inches. So again, a great one for the top of the column. Does have a circuit board lip, so it's just going to give it a very unique action in the water. So if you guys are looking for a small kind of gong-ish type bait, this could be a great option for you. So the Waddle Bats, available now. And then Jeff, you know, I know your favorite acronym is DTF, right?
DTF?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Have you heard of DSF?
DSF? I have not.
Well, here you go. The Imakatsu Replicator DSF. Now, here's what's really cool about the DSF. So DSF stands for, as you can read, right? Dead, slow, floating. It does say floating, right?
Yeah, it says floating on the packaging, sir.
Okay. Dead, slow, floating. However, it's not a floating bait. So I don't really know what floating means because it's not floating, but what it should say is very slow suspend, maybe.
Okay.
Dead, slow, suspend. That would be better. DSS. Well, in any case, this is a super dope multi-joint bait from Imakatsu, the Replicator. Now, there's so much going on with this bait, right? And you can make it as complicated or as, you know, simple as you want. So out of the package, the bait is going to come with just the 2 treble hooks on the bottom, but it also comes with a different tail, so you can swap the tail out. It comes with a pack of these stinger hooks that you can attach to the sides if you want to add more hooks, because, you know, why not? Let's just put hooks everywhere, right? So you should, in theory, never ever miss a bite the way they have hooks on this thing, right? You'd really suck. Like, I think only Griff could miss one on this bait. Right, Griff? He's not here to defend himself. So just a lot of things. I see you looking. What are you looking at there, guy?
Well, I think maybe the only reason why they have those hooks there is you would probably take off the treble hooks and fish it on the bottom. And so if a fish comes up and hits it from the head, it gets hooked, or comes from the side.
Comes this way.
Yeah, so you would take off the treble hooks, and then you would work it on the bottom. You wouldn't use that, obviously, if you were just cranking it around.
I would use it because I want to hook all of them.
You need those hooks.
Why do you need the hooks?
You need those hooks.
I need the hooks?
Yeah.
Don't worry about me, guy.
You need the hooks.
Trust
And
me.
You need to use the back hook hangers too.
I could catch him with no hooks.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to get bit first.
You gotta go fishing first.
Relax there, guy. Cut. All right, so lots of cool stuff happening. It has a great action under the water. The lip is removable as well, so if you want to turn it into more of a glide bait, you just a simple screw, the lip pops out, and the bait can have glide to it. You can leave the lip in, and it's just basically a crank down. So I know a lot of you guys are always looking for something slightly different, so if that's you, the DSF Replicator is available now. It's available in a bunch of colors. There's some trouts, there's some cool kind of clearish, you know, baitfish looking colors. There's some IUs. So take a look around. Good price too for a multi-joint Japan made swim bait. So available now while supplies last.
Do me a
DSF.
favor and spec it out for me.
Yeah, let's definitely do that, Jeff. So this is 22 centimeters, 2.4 ounces. So, you know, centimeter conversion, go.
Like 7?
Yeah, it's about 7 inches.
7
right?
and a half or so?
Yeah, so, and it's pretty light, 2.4 ounces. So for a bait of this size, again, you don't need, you know, highly specialized gear. So there you go, guys. I think you will really enjoy this. By the way, the regular Replicator is available as well. So if you don't want to mess with the lip and have the DSF version, those are available as well. All right, so let's start bridging the gap to Imakatsu soft plastics, but we're gonna stay swim bait here for a minute. This is a bait that, you know, I used to carry going back to when we first opened the shop. This was one of the original Imakatsu baits that I brought in. They kind of went away, and they did a special batch of them, so I scooped them up again. It's a really, really dope one. So this is the Imakatsu Huddle Swimmer. Have you seen these, Jeff?
No, sir, I have not.
All right, so have you heard of the brand
Huddleston swim baits?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. So they're kind of this popular brand. They have this like wedge tail on their swim baits.
Are they good?
It's a thing. You know, it's a thing. Some guys like them. Okay, so check it. So you get a small, tiny little bait, but with that kind of same wedge tail. You can fish it weedless, right? So it does have the hook pockets in the bottom and the top. You can put it on a jig head. You can use it on an A-rig. You can do whatever you want to with this thing, right? So, you know, really cool. Just, again, something different. It's got kind of a squared off body, so it's going to have a very subtle body roll while that tail is back there kicking and moving. So if you guys are looking for just something different in a smaller swim bait, and again, this is the larger size. So this is the 4.5-inch size, and then there is also the 4-inch size, which is substantially smaller, right? So even though you're only giving up 1/2 inch, it's substantially smaller. So you got the couple of sizes, several color options. Excited to get them back. So the Huddle Swimmer from Imakatsu, available now. Okay, some soft plastics. This is a really cool one. So this is the Dynagone Neo. So, you know, kind of staying in that kind of, you know, heavy weight, you know, kind of like a cover scat, but combining it with the ability of a back gliding bait. That's kind of what you get here in the Dynagone Neo. Now let's open one of these up and I will show it to you closer. So this is a very heavy, soft plastic bait that's got some appendages on it. It's got kind of that craw kind of shape, but again, designed to be a back glide, but it's a pretty dense plastic, so it's going to sink relatively quick. It's going to glide backwards. So if you guys want to just fish shallow water, pitch it around, you can. If you want to throw it out deep and let it sink down to the bottom, I would still do the back glide. That way, when you hop it up, it's going to move and it's going to glide back away from you. So just another option in the arsenal from Imakatsu. They make great soft plastics, great movement to their baits. It does have the hollowed out underside for your hook as well. So just a really cool option. So there you go, the Dynagone Neo, available now. And then also in their Garage Craft line, we see the introduction of the Dadcut. Now this is available in a 3-inch and a 4-inch version. And essentially this is basically their version of like a hula grub. So they combined, you know, the skirt of a hula grub with the, you know, head and movement of a craw, and they created the Dadcut. So if you guys are looking for, you know, like a hula grub alternative, this could be a great option for you. It's got great movement on the, you know, craw claws there. It's got a really thick body, so you have a lot of mass there, and then of course you got that kind of hula grub front end. So, you know, just another alternative to, you know, what's out there on the market now. And again, available in a bunch of colors, the 2 sizes, the 3-inch and the 4-inch. So the Dadcut from Imakatsu, available now. All right, staying on swim baits for a minute, Jeff. We see a return finally. It's been quite a while since we've had a supply of 316 baits. We see a big restock this week from 316 in their line through Rising Sun. So the 6-inch and the 8-inch both return, both in the original line through, as well as the top hook version. Now, 316 Rising Sun's definitely a standard out here. This thing has been on the market for a long time. It's a bait that I've thrown for way too long. I'm not even going to talk about how long, because it's going to make me feel much older than Jeff. But zip it over there. But they're just amazing baits. If you guys are looking for a line through swim bait, it doesn't get much better than the 316. So this is the original line through. It basically just goes through the bottom. You can rig it down here. The top hook version will have an additional tube that comes up, so you can use it as a line through, or you can bring it back up and rig it on the top. That way you can drag the bait on the bottom, fish it through brush, through trees without snagging, but still maintain that line through ability. So if you guys have been looking for a great line through, this is the swim bait season, right? So if you guys have been looking for, you know, options, size options, color options, tons of colors. There's probably, I don't know, 20, 25 different colors in all of these. The 316 Rising Suns back in stock. All right, and a new swim bait collab from Duo Japan. Duo teamed up with Corman, which is a very popular sea bass brand in Japan, to bring us the Deprive.
Upside down, sir.
To bring us the Deprive.
Thank you.
Okay, now the Deprive is a 3-segment bait. Let me spec it out really quick here for you. 170 millimeters, 50 grams. Okay, so let's take one of these guys out and I will show it to you closer. So they did a lot of similar things. Last week we talked about the Purge, right? And how Duo put kind of swiveled, or actual swivels at each of the joint connections. So same thing here on the bait. Get out of the packaging. So you can see each piece is connected with swivels, so it's just gonna give each piece a little bit more movement. So instead of them just going sideways, they're also gonna have the ability to flash just slightly up and down. Definitely a bait designed for saltwater. So if you guys are fishing, stripers, anything in the surf, sea bass, of course, this would be a great option, but they did it in a lot of great colors, like a pearl, IU, that kind of stuff as well, for freshwater guys as well. So just something different. Definitely has its best action when retrieved quickly. So this is something you're going to want to fish relatively fast. You can see it starts thin and gets wider, so you really kind of need that faster movement to get that body to move. But just a cool offering, something different, something unique from Duo. That is the Deprive. And while we are on some saltwater offerings, we see a brand new worldwide release from Duo. This is the Beach Walker Axion Slim. Now, this is a brand new offering from Duo, designed to fish, from the beach, in the surf, in heavy current. So just a really cool bait that kind of just broadens some horizons out a little bit. Let me take one out of the package here for you guys. Now, a lot of you guys that do fish the surf are familiar with the Megabass Halibut 90. So that is definitely our best selling kind of, heavy weighted jerkbait. This is going to be a bait that's going to play in that arena. So it's small here. Let me spec it real quick. 105 millimeters, and it's 1 1/8 ounce. So it's a very heavy bait. It's going to cut through the current. It's going to cut through the surf. You guys can let it just get to the bottom and just kind of fish it right along the bottom. You can cast it and swim it in, and on a really fast retrieve, it does have this unique lip where it's going to hit really hard. So if you guys maybe are just fishing, a big lake or something, and they're boiling and casting distance is really important, you could heave this thing out there and then just burn it through. If you guys are fishing, tailwaters or anything that has current, this could be a great option as well to get down in there. So a ton of colors, just a great job in build construction. All the weight is on the belly of the bait, so it's going to keep it keeled and keep it upright. So the Axion Slim from Duo, available now. All right, Jeff, you and I went fishing a couple months ago, and you rigged up your clash on the double attack rig from Signal. 2 clashes, smoked a good one. Of course, we were out of them, right? So I jumped on the phone with Signal. I'm like, dude, I need 100 of those attack rigs. They showed up. We were super stoked. We pulled them out, and I ordered the wrong ones. So if you guys have been waiting on the heavy-duty double attack rigs so you guys could throw your double clash like Jeff, I got nothing for you. My bad. I'll drink to that. Sorry, Jeff. But what I did get was the regular size one.
Oh.
And this one's pretty dope too.
Is it?
Yeah, because clashes, big swim baits, those are overrated.
Okay.
Yeah. So, this is for regular size baits. You don't have to just throw big ones. So if you guys aren't familiar with the double attack rig, here it is. This is just a great way to fish 2 baits at the same time. Super high quality from Signal, cheap, they're $8, and it gives you the ability to throw 2 rigs. So of course, you could do the double clash thing if you wanted to, but I thought it would be cooler to do it this way, right? So I'm gonna call this the Griff rig.
Double gongs?
Double gongs, baby. Yeah, this is perfect. So this way, what's better than a gong? A school of gongs, Jeff. So this would be super sick. So, you know, definitely something that I would highly recommend. You know, it's jerkbait season. Jeff, how about a double 110 rig? This is sick, right? You can swim it, you can jerk it. I mean, this thing is just incredible, right? What's better than one 110? Two 110s, right? So play with it. Throw whatever you want on there. It's a great way to present two baits at once. Now, I would highly recommend taking the hooks off the smaller one, otherwise you're just going to have wrapping nightmares. So basically just think of that second one as a great way to entice them to eat the one in the back, but play with it. You guys figure some dope stuff out. I'm excited to see what you catch. So if you have been waiting on the double attack rig, heavy duty, sorry, but the regular size, available now. All right, guys, let's dive into OSP. We have literally spent all week unpacking 2 pallets from OSP. A lot of restock, some really important restocks I know some of you guys have been waiting on, and some new items as well. So I'm gonna fly through some of this. So let's jump in to some restocks that I know a lot of you have been waiting on. Blitz Max DRs and Blitz EX DRs return in several of the key colors. Now, we're probably not going to see an entire color range from these guys, you know, the full 30, 40 colors until probably end of spring. So if you guys need some of these, you're gonna have to pick them up as they drop. So colors like Blueback Herring, Crystal Blue Shiner, Real Wakasagi, Jinrin return, right? Matte Wakasagi. So all those are available again. In the EXDR, we see a return of Red Craw, we see Real IU, we see Tasty Shad, and we see probably the most natural color in there, the Jade Shad. So all those return in the Blitz EX DRs. Now, my favorite new little Blitz, this is the Blitz DR, also returning. Finally, we get a good supply in all of the new colors. So you remember back not too long ago, they did a drop of the brand new color Numeri Shad. These return, as well as the full range of colors, and I'll fly through those with you. So the Blitz DR is a little bit smaller version. It's only 2 inches. This is a great one for covering that like 8 to 10 foot zone. The weight in the head also moves in this guy, so you get a little bit of a knock. So just a little subtle knock, just a great all-around small crankbait. So Numeri Shad, definitely stoked to get that back. But all the great colors return, right? So you see the herrings, the sexy shads, Dazzler Baby Gill, which is one of the most popular gill colors. Chartreuse Wakasagi, that was also a new color that flew out of here. Those are back. Green Gill. I don't know why I'm holding that in my hand. Let me just throw it in my lap. White. Right, so if you guys have been waiting on any of these colors to return from OSP, now is the time to scoop them up. The DRs are back. All right, Jeff, let's talk spinnerbaits for a minute. So this is a pretty cool drop from OSP. So the High Pitcher is one of our favorite spinnerbaits, really, period. It's a very compact, small frame spinnerbait. We see some heavier sizes, which is super dope. So, you know, this would be a great one for fishing out deeper, fishing in down in structure. Also be a great one for fishing very fast. So you can see the size of this guy. It's super compact. This is the new 5/8 ounce size in the High Pitcher Double Willow. So it's available in all the key colors. I know a lot of you guys are going to be excited to get this heavier size, so those are available now. We also see a brand new drop of a 1 ounce size. So take a look at this dude, and this guy is available in a double Colorado. So this is definitely a cover spinnerbait. Super stoked to get this guy in action. Let's just take one out so you guys can see it really to its true size here. That thing's got a big head, Jeff. That's what she said. So there you go. There is, look at how compact that guy is for a 1 ounce spinnerbait, double Colorado. Stoked to get this guy. This is really going to be a structure tool for you guys, you know, fishing some of those deeper creek channels, off the ledges, off the breaks, rock piles. This will be a super dope bait for you guys to have. So if you guys have been looking for an amazing compact spinnerbait, it doesn't get much better than the High Pitcher. Those are available now from OSP. All right, I'm super stoked for these next couple of drops, Jeff. You know, as the water cools and we really get into winter and start fading into early spring, one of the most effective baits is a shad style bait, getting more finessey into more of a true, slow moving shad bait. And OSP makes two amazing ones, including the high cut. So we see a huge introduction of new colors in the high cut and the high cut DR this week from OSP. Now the high cut DR is a 60 millimeter 5.6 gram bait. You're seeing a couple of the new colors here, Japan, Tasty, Shad, and Ayu. Let me fly through some of these colors. I know that you love anything moist, Jeff. So moist Wakasagi for you. We got some shiny colors. We got some transparent colors. We have some limited edition runs. So this is just a great option when you guys need something more subtle than like a 110, pointer 100, or your traditional jerk bait this time of the year. When you need something that moves very slow, when you need something that has a much tighter, much more realistic look, a shad profile bait is a great way to go. So the high cut DRs return, and we see a huge new color offering from those from OSP. And then the other little bait that OSP makes that is definitely a sleeper, I think it's probably the last sleeper in their hard bait line, is the Dunk. And so we see a huge new color offering this week in the Power Dunk from OSP. So there's a 57 millimeter, 7.9 grams, so a little over a quarter ounce. This is one of the new colors. This is Numeri Shad. So this is that same dope color that we just saw in the Blitz DR. So the Power Dunk is kind of a crankbait slash shad hybrid. So you can use it just as a straight crankbait. It's an amazing finesse crankbait. It has a super deep dive to it. You can use it like a jerkbait and fish it like a shad with just sweeping motions. It's a very natural suspending kind of bait. It just had a little bit of sound, right? So you're getting just a little bit more presence with the Power Dunk than you do over the high cut. So just depending on what it is that you want. But lots of new colors, so I'll fly through these. Numeri Shad, of course, is in. And we see colors like Chartreuse Wakasagi. We see some limited edition Japan Pro Staff colors. I know, I was trying to show it so where they could actually see it around that limited sticker. Yeah. We see some shiny Wakasagis. I mean, dude, the real perch is sick in that color for you guys that fish perch. Real Ayu, which Jeff and I are both suckers for. Tasty Shads, right? Wakasagi. So tons of color options in this guy. I'm excited to get him in your hands. Power Dunk from OSP. All right, and then finally, we also see a huge restock this week in the OSP Asura line of jerkbaits. These have been out of stock for quite some time. They're basically just under 4 inches, 92 millimeters. They're 8.4 grams, so just over a quarter ounce. A very finesse jerkbait. We talk about this all the time. If you guys are BFS fishing or just really looking for something small and tight, but in a true jerkbait, the Asura is dope. So all the colors return, real perch, ghost minnow, so on and so forth. Those are back. We also see a return of one of my favorite accessories. This is the OSP Rod Holder. This is something that I find myself using all the time now. It fits on a belt, it fits on a pack. You can drop a rod in there. If you've been watching any of our shore fishing videos, this is always on me. So just a super dope little accessory if you guys want to carry more than one rod and not have to leave it laying on the ground for shore fishing. A great option. Those return just in time. Also, Ryugi returns their leather rod holder. So if you want something a little bougier, right? If you want
made for a sword.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can carry your samurai sword on there. That way you don't get mugged. So just really cool, handmade, handcrafted leather, camo. It's cool. So either way you go, bougie or plain, you're good to go. Swords or rods. And then also from Ryugi, I know a lot of you guys have been looking for their hook stalker or their hook wallets, so those return as well, also in the white color this week from Ryugi. All right, guys, that is a wrap. Oh, shit. There's still soft plastics. Oh.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I wanted to be drinking. I thought we were done, Jeff. I was like, that's it. I can finish my beer. Okay. OSP soft plastics. Huge restocks, some new color drops. So you guys know we talk about the OSP Dolive Beavers a lot. All the colors return, all the sizes return. We got totally run over on these last month. So if you guys have been waiting on, you know, the 4-inch, the 3.5-inch, the 3-inch, whatever you've been waiting on, all the beavers are back. If you guys are free rigging, if you guys are using, you know, just looking for something different, super sick soft plastic bait. So definitely scoop those up. One of the hottest free rig baits of the last, I'd say, couple months. I'm so happy that a lot of you guys have been getting on this, and not just free rig, but using it on a little ball head. Griff's been throwing like a Texas rig version of it. This is, Jeff and I were actually just talking about this earlier. This is becoming one of the hottest baits in Japan again. This is the OSP HP Shadtail. Jeff, they're actually absolutely smoking them.
Yes, there are.
On this
Catching
thing.
big ones.
Big ones, yep. So, you know, play with this bait, guys. It's a shad tail, you know, worm, basically, but it's a super tight action. It's so natural. Think of it kind of as a soft plastic eye motion, almost. So if you use it on a free rig, it's gonna have a horizontal fall. It's gonna fall brilliantly. You can put it on a little, you know, ball head. It's gonna have a very natural, tight movement. So we see new color drops this week. We see the white pearl extend through the line, so it's available now in the 3.6-inch and the 3.1-inch size, and then all the colors return in those as well. All right, we see some new color offerings in our favorite little craw from OSP, the Dolive Craw. Now, these are saltwater colors, so you get the same craw, but you get some different saltwater-ish colors. So we see a new kind of orange pepper. We see an orange with some gold flake in there. We see the iron shrimp, which is a super popular color in the beaver. And then I'm not sure why this isn't a freshwater color, but this color is sick. This is camo craw. So it's a two-tone color. I'll take it out. And these are available in 3-inch and 4-inch, by the way. But this might be my new favorite color from them. It's kind of like a muted green pumpkin with like a muted brown pumpkin almost. It's not quite brown, it's cool. So, you know, camo craw available now. So again, both the 3-inch and the 4-inch. The 3-inch is great on the back of a little finesse jig, 4-inch on a full jig or by itself. Just a great little bait. So there you go. Brand new colors, Dolive Craws available now. All right, let's fly through some restocks really quick. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on. So the OSP Dolive Gill return in both sizes is a great free rig bait, great bluegill profile. So all the colors are back in that guy. We see a huge restock, all the colors in Dolive Shad, plus some new colors. So play around. There's some brand new shad profiles that are very natural. These are available in 3.5, 4-inch and 4.5. There's some new golden shiner colors. There's some new transparent colors. Neon Wakasagi extends into some different sizes. So if you guys are looking for an amazing paddle tail bait, this guy is great. Those return. You know, I know, Jeff, you've been running out of worms for your Inu rig. So just in time, we have a huge restock of the Dolive Crawler. So OSP makes, in my opinion, probably the best crawler style bait. What's nice about this is that it's got the right thickness that you can do a lot of different things with it. So if you want to use it on a nickel rig, you can. You want to drop shot it, you can. You want to put it on a shaky head, you can. You can do all kinds of different things. So all the key colors, your morning dawns, your green pumpkins return, and in all the sizes. So the 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, those are all back. Okay, and then finally, Dolive sticks return, all the colors, plus we see some new color additions. So the fats are back in all the key colors, the morning dawns, the gills, all that. We see a brand new blueback cinnamon color drop in the Dolive stick. Just a beautiful two-tone kind of cinnamon color. So those are available. And of course, we see restocks in all the key colors as well in the 3.5 and 4.5-inch size. Dolive Stick Spec 2, this is the version that's got a little less salt to it, so it's going to sink a little bit slower. It's going to have a little bit more durability. Those return as well in all the sizes. So 3.5, 4.5, 6-inch, all the colors back this week from OSP. Now we done, Jeff? We're done.
Looks like it.
Drinking time. All right, we made it. Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. Jeff? You want one?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Guys, as always, thank you for the support. Thank you for the business. We Love being able to come here every Sunday. Really quick, just want to give a shout out to my parents. They've been battling the big C, and they are on the mend finally. So I know they listen every Sunday. So Mom, Dad, love you. And guys, if you have any questions on any of the products that we talked about, definitely drop a question down below in the comments. I will get to it. Jeff will leave links to the products. Got an exciting week next week too before Christmas, Jeff. Big Mega Bass shipment coming, some limited edition color drops.
Nice.
So definitely stay tuned this week. Follow along on our Instagram. There's going to be some really cool stuff coming. So cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you for the time. Peace. We will see you guys soon.